It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the 49ers and the Vikings. All that and more coming up next.
Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a good matchup here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Minnesota Vikings. Brandon Godd and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts, and a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
Set to get us started, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Fielded just outside the goal line, and he won't quite make it to the 25. The Vikings offense coming out for the first time, and in his 5th season leading this crew, coming off his 3rd career Pro Bowl nod, Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins is back for his 5th year as Minnesota starter, tied for the longest streak of stability the team has had at quarterback since, get this, Fran Tarkenton in the late 1970s. He's been excellent during that time, making his 2nd Pro Bowl last season after 4,200 yards and 33 touchdowns through the air. The Vikings, though, still hovering right around 500 at the 8-win mark, hoping to see him lead a talented roster back to the postseason.
Now this throw caught left side.
Well, one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Javon Kinlaw, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
To try again after the sack. Cousins. Throw caught there by Osborne. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. To throw, Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he will have a Vikings first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. And they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Cousins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, obviously they never want to see penalties on that defense. But this one, a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook taking it in for 2 yards out. And the Vikings will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. So good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From his end zone, Wilson. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. 49ers offense trots out for their first series, and they're led by the 3rd overall pick for the 2021 draft out of North Dakota State, Trey Lance.
San Francisco opted not to throw Trey Lance into the fire right away, bringing him along slowly last season. He still drew 2 starts, though, and showed flashes of his huge dual-threat potential in both. Almost 100 yards on the ground in a tough one against Arizona, and 280 total yards in a win over Houston. No bringing him along slowly in year 2. The keys to the car are officially his.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down, counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Not a lot of success to be found there.
Well, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Lance. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown, they got the stop, and now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it. Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Cousins on first down. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he gets it down to the 32. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, here's Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darqueze Dennard. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Take it in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. He'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Open here, Adam Thielen. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A first down from Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. So he turned to a try.
Underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The end result, 21 yards.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Cousins. Over the middle, complete. That's Osborne. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. 3 yards remain for second down. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Vikings have moved out in front. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone. And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They trail a one-score deficit 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. He's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Solid way to start the 15 yards, picking up the first. Lance now on 1st down. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this to the 30. Gain of 9. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. On the option, running left is Lance. Fancy footwork at the 45. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a 1st down. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving. Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over. Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From midfield, here's Lance. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. Well, we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down. Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there. Excellent protection. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen with career touchdown number 60. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking long to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives, from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Lance looking left sideline, incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter. But I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Cousins now from the 50. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the 49ers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. After the sack on first down, Lance throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it will still lead to a 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there. These two coaching staffs are likely using this game as their dress rehearsal for the regular season. So some final adjustments being made. And for the call of the second half, we send it back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And the half will begin with a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. The first throw here for the backup Garoppolo. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker Jordan Hicks. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
On 1st and 10, here's Mon. Wilson's got it complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. On second down, this is Madison. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. Mon looks to throw on 1st down. This goes out wide from Madison. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 11. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Garoppolo. This is caught by Malik Turner. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Sermon now on 1st and 10. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. on the option to give to Sermon here. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And this is incomplete. Looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in. Here comes the 49ers punter down, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient, find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Mon to the air on 1st and 10. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very solid gain of 27. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
That's complete to Smith-Marset. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the third quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. The Vikings on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Mon. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Darqueze Dennard. And the 49ers are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now Garoppolo. And the grab by Croft. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. This complete to the former Longhorn Marcus Johnson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Here we go.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Stop made there by Brian Asamoah.
Here we go.
Second and 5 now. Garoppolo. Open man is Juwan Jennings. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. And right side, they're going to go option here. And now Garoppolo lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the fourth quarter. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Going to run with Madison again. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Here's Madison running on first down. And he'll get this up past the 45 and the 47. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I can be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, they run with Madison. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. running from the shotgun with Madison. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Another carry now for Madison. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Well, now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. On the handoff, it's Madison.